MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Kang sumuko sa gustong gawin, isang pangarap, isang tagumpay. Gabayad pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga, nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to. Huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin, isang pangarap, isang tagumpay. Gabayad pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga, nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to.
Glorietta Park in Barangay Tala in Caloocan City continues to play host to Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3 Saturday action, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. This is our final trilogy as we wind down the elimination round. Valenzuela versus Leyte still on tap. Good afternoon, everyone. Diego De La Paz, Justin, the Aviator Almeida, on the call here, together with our courtside reporter, the third member of our panel, Miss Beauty Queen herself, Miss Nicole Lim, our courtside reporter today. And Justin, we had a interesting matchup earlier, but now we got a matchup between Leyte and Valenzuela that has heavy playoff implications.
Yes, this matchup, medyo magulo sila sa 5th to 7th position, and this ball game today will determine kung anong mga seeding nila coming into the playoff round.
Again, our match at hand. This is in the 18 and under division. Valenzuela Abracadabra against LEYTE XUR Homes. Valenzuela with an even 5-5 record, winning their last outing against Cavite. While ito namang Leyte lost their last match against JT Bulacan Taipan. But first, let's go to Valenzuela. Again, they're coming off that victory last September 13 against Cavite City MTJH Basketball Academy.
Yes, well, they won that previous outing against Cavite, 94-88. And we were talking about it na medyo magulo yung standings ngayon. So a win here for Valenzuela will secure them that number 5 spot.
Yes.
However, kung natalo sila, they will go into that quotient system with Taytay and Leyte.
Yeah, that's right. I actually did some computation, which I will mention in just a few moments. But first, let's talk about itong LEYTE XUR Homes. I talked to their head coach na si Carlo Pacheco. Actually, we've been exchanging messages since last night. So, ang dami namin pinag-usapan. And medyo complicated nga itong sitwasyon na ito. Especially, they also don't have their top performer, which we will mention later on as to why. Pero itong so far, as before this matchup, nakita ko yung quotient system is favoring Valenzuela at the moment. They have the superior quotient over Valenzuela, then Taytay, and then Leyte is behind the 8 ball right now.
Yeah, kaya itong ball game na to very important for Leyte. Mamaya i-discuss natin during the game.
Yeah, in full detail.
Pero yun, they're gonna rely on their main guys na I'm not sure who's suited up here today. Pero sila Relojo, Diva, and Gonzalez. Sila yung mga main gunners for Leyte, and they need to produce here today.
All right, let's get things started. Let's send it over to Gio Cruz to introduce the starters.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. We are on the 18 under division featuring Valenzuela Jets, Arrows, and LEYTE XUR Homes here at Glorietta Park, Tala, Caloocan City. Now let's carry on the starters first. For Valenzuela, Jets, Arrows. Starting guard number 18, Franz Baldomino. To guard number 29, Arkin Enriquez. At forward number 22, Lawrence Rojas. Also at forward number 5, Paul Baza. And at center number 17, Neil Rampoyo. The head coach is Raydan Lacomento. Assisted by CJ Camargo, Alvin Bello, JP Lago. Team managers Ariel Enriquez, Roy Resplandor, and Joseph Puto. Now let's meet the starters for the LEYTE XUR Homes. Starting guard number 7, John Porcello. To guard number 4, Mark Tampong. Power forward number 14, Roderick Fuchs. Small forward number 28, Kurt Flores. And at center number 16, Vince Cartago. The head coach is Carlo Pacheco. His assistants are RJ Tonko, Benji Aronquez, Maynard Elrod, Jay Lucre, Jason Roplon. Team manager Elaine Tonko and team owner James Siguan. Officiating this ball game, Irvin Calzada, John Tangkion, and Carlos Sebastian. Junior MPBL Executive Director, Mr. J.R. Navarro. Junior MPBL Commissioner, Mr. Keith Picasso.
Ang ating team starters brought to you by The Ride, the official game ball of Junior MPBL. For Leyte, Bohorcelo, Tambong, Flores, Fox, and Cartago. For Valenzuela, it's Baldomino, Enriquez, Basa, Rojas, and Ramboyong. Our crew chief, John Tangkion, with the leather. Leyte in the dark uniforms, Valenzuela in their home whites. As we're about to get things going in a short while. Itong LEYTE XUR homes, a little short-handed, and we will get that explanation later on from our courtside reporter Nicole Lim. Pero may naspatan ng ating officials na slick spot on the floor. Medyo umulan kasi some hours ago. Though nag-subside na yung ulan, well, mukhang may konting slick spots pa na natira sa ating floor dito sa loob ng Glorietta Park, Barangay Tala in North Caloocan.
It was in the mid part of that game number 5, no? Kanina, with Leyte and Valenzuela sa 14 and under division when the rain started pouring. And yeah, safety first muna tayo.
Naman,
Making
syempre.
sure that there are no, like you said, slick spots on the floor.
Again, heavy playoff implications here, as we mentioned at the start of the broadcast. Itong LEYTE XUR homes currently, behind the 8 ball, and they definitely need to win by a certain amount of points to grab either 5th, 6th, or yung ayaw nilang situation, falling down to 7th. Now our crew chief, John Tangkion, puts the ball up, and we are underway. Valenzuela with first possession in this ball game to open up our 18 and under match. This, the last in the elimination round, and what a play! What a drive to the basket from Franz Baldomino, and he gets fouled.
Just the first move of Franz Baldomino. I love how he rejected the ball screen, setting up the defender and rejecting open layup.
Franz Baldomino, the 5th leading scorer for Valenzuela, abracadabra at 7 points per game. At the free throw line, takes and makes the first point of the ball game, but manages only a split. And that was a costly turnover para dito sa Leyte, courtesy of Jolo Bohorcelo. His older brother will be playing later on for Caloocan. That's Joko Bohorcelo. So the brothers will be taking the court. They'll be taking on the same court but in different divisions dito sa Junior MPBL.
Kita mo agad dito sa 18 and under division, mas refined na yung mga skills nila, no? Kita mo yung mga reads, mas maganda na, mas magaling sila magbasa.
Yes, and that's a banker coming from Kurt Flores to open the scoring for Leyte, and they take the lead 3-1.
Nice pin down screen set for Flores, getting him open for that 3-point back shot.
12 seconds on the shot clock. Eye in the sky play, and what a find! Eye in the sky for Neil Ramboyong.
Kaya pa ba natin yung Dex? An alley-oop coming from the side of Valenzuela.
Parang kakayanin naman, pero hindi naman, dapat hindi frequent. As we see that baseline drive, courtesy of
Cartago.
What a play para dun sa Leyte. It's a turnover para dito sa Valenzuela. And a quick timeout called on the floor. Let's take a look at that play one more time. That fake by Basa to that eye in the sky play to Neil Ramboyong. This timeout brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, and smile. And Nicole Lim will have her first report on the other side of this break.
Para sa koponan ng Valenzuela, nakuha man nila ang magkasunod na panalo ay hindi nakukulangan pa rin itong si Richie Amenin pagdating sa kanilang depensa. Dagdag pa niya kung meron daw dapat ayusin, ayun ang pananatili ng kanilang composure and intensity hanggang huli. Dagdag pa niya, like what assistant coach Alvin Velo mentioned, up and down ang kanilang standings at ang tanging goal lang nila for this game ang makuha ang magkasunod na panalo bago pumasok ng playoffs. Yan muna at balik sa inyo.
Thank you very much, Nicole Lim, the third member of our panel with that report. And Valenzuela did come off that victory against Cavite in their last outing, and they want a winning streak naman, for a change, especially nga, as Nicole mentioned, up and down ang Valenzuela abracadabra dito sa ating tournament, Parang now you see it, now you don't, ang kanilang mga performances. Parang true to their moniker.
Yung Cavite, yung Valenzuela in that previous game, malaking factor yung free throw shooting nila. 11 out of 19 compared to 7 out of 15 lang para sa Cavite.
And don't look now, Leyte opening up a 10-3 lead. And that's a traveling violation called against Valenzuela. And things not going their way early on in this matchup.
Off of that spin move, may onting hop, which made the referees blow that whistle for that traveling violation.
So right now it's a 7 to 8 man strong LEYTE XUR Homes, as some of their players arriving a little bit late. Pero still, they're showing energy as if yung 5 on the floor, had a lot of ammunition from the bench, but a steal and the bucket courtesy of John Paul Basa.
Finally ending the drought for Valenzuela, off of that fast break layup.
Now here comes Leyte, still with Bohorcelo. Bohorcelo double team, throws it away, and a turnover completed by Basa. And great read, nearly gets the layup. Niluwa lang, but great putback coming from Neil Ramboyong. So let's take a look at this pound for pound fitness foul. Counted. Mintis on the first time around, but Ramboyong was right there for the putback and definitely showing us that he is Liga ready.
So far, for Valenzuela, yung transition attack ang naging recipe for success nung napako sila dito sa 3-point mark.
And knowing ito si Coach Carlo Pacheco, he doesn't want any sloppy or lazy plays. Kaya biglang napa 2-man substitution siya kaagad. 5:40 left here in the first frame. Latest lead now down to 2 points, and a great drive to the basket. Kurt Flores getting the hoop, the 3-point play the hard way. Let's take a look at that one more time. That's another pound for pound fitness foul counted, this time on the side of LEYTE XUR Homes. Great floater and the finish. Flores missing the bonus, averaging 2.4 points, 2.5 rebounds, and half an assist per game.
Crafty way to use the pick, Itong si Flores as he gets the steal.
And inside hand finish for Flores. Very fancy way of finishing that one. It's back to a 6-point lead for Leyte. Another eye in the sky play for Ramboyong. He is bouncy like Tigger. And look at that, these two teams showing athleticism this time. What a find. A find there for Lexi Cartago.
This ball game just making me think of how we were maybe 10, 15 years ago.
Probably in my late teens, especially dati nung nag-high jump pa ako eh. Lefty 3, bang, bang, boom! Kurt Flores knocking it down from the left elbow.
Kurt Flores erupting here in the first quarter. Already 10 points for Leyte with 4.5 remaining.
19 and 10 is our count. 10 seconds on the shot clock, and LEYTE XUR Homes, 3 and none, touchdown! And that is a coast-to-coast finish from Godwin Uy.
Defense being the main weapon on offense for LEYTE XUR Homes.
Less than 4 minutes to go, and Valenzuela couldn't find the bottom on their last few attempts. Godwin Uy gave it up here to Dave Namia, setting up the play. Shot clock down to 12 for Leyte, and the sneaky play. Dave Namia rolling underneath the basket.
Valenzuela, no, starting out flat, nagkakaroon sila ng mga miscommunications on the pick and roll, and a wide open layup here for Leyte.
As cold as the weather outside here at Glorietta Park in Barangay Tala. And another miss for Valenzuela. They just couldn't get their game going. Before that jumper, they were 4 out of 9. And a foul called against Lawrence Rojas. As we take a look at one more time on that great roll, but that great feed by Cartago, finding Dave Namia underneath the basket.
Nangyaring miscommunication doon, no? Namia with an open layup there.
Oh, action is starting to pick up here, especially that Leyte, they need, by my unofficial calculation, they need at least a 12-point victory to get that number 5 seed and probably a better placing in that playoff picture as they enter the divisional quarterfinal round. And there's a tie-up, and it's a jump ball going the way of Leyte. That was a great hustle play, the heads-up play from Kurt Flores.
Ito for Valenzuela, a couple of their main guys coming in. Richie Amenin and JM Lago just entered the ball game.
So a possible date against Nueva Ecija, the Generals, in the playoff round. And great feed underneath. Masyado malakas ang tira ni Fox. And another try for Fox, and he gets hammered across the arm.
The front court of LEYTE XUR Homes doing a lot of work inside. You can see Fox getting 2 offensive rebounds together with Cruz.
2 minutes and 12 remaining here in the first period. And of course, by the way, before I forget, Justin, the main reason why you are hearing my voice now dito sa broadcast mainly was because I got this break coming from LEYTE XUR Homes head coach na si Carlo Pacheco. He was able to open up that door for me as a basketball commentator sa isang club-based na age group tournament back in 2022. So that's how my journey as a somewhat a full-time broadcaster. That's how it started taking shape. So I owe a lot of debt of gratitude to Coach Carlo Pacheco for opening the door to me, for me as a basketball broadcaster. And what a shot there from John Michael Lago, getting the hoop, the harm, the 3-point play the hard way on that long 2-point jumper. Foul counted, brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga ready.
Kaya naman pala malalim rin yung information na nakuha mo for the side of Leyte, no?
Exactly.
A lot of history between you and Coach Carlo Pacheco.
Yes, so not only age group tournaments, pero nakakuha rin ako ng gigs, you know, sa Philchai na basketball tournaments and beyond. So again, back in the action, the score here for Rodrigue Fox underneath the basket, 26-12.
Rodrigue Fox with the deep seal, just turning around and getting a point-blank shot inside.
And a miss for Richie Amenin. 2 tries to no avail for Valenzuela.
That was Kiam de la Cruz. Two attempts for the big man.
Actually, one of the big questions on my mind right now. He is listed in the lineup for Valenzuela Abracadabra for today's game, but I haven't seen Patrick Jugan for Valenzuela, one of their top gunners, 17.8 points per game. No appearance yet in this crucial matchup, but great defense for Valenzuela. And here's the attack, Franz Baldomino, but there's a whistle on the floor. And it's another turnover for Valenzuela. They've coughed the ball up a lot of times this ball game so far. That's already 6 turnovers for Valenzuela. Abracadabra. That's a foul against Ichi Samalka on that rebounding play. It will send it on si Uno Cruz to the free throw line.
We were talking about Patrick Juga, no? Hindi pa natin siya nakikita for Valenzuela.
Yeah, that is one question on my mind as we see ito si Uno Cruz, 2.5 points, 0.5 rebounds, and 1 assist per game this season, who misses both of the foul shots.
And yung numbers nga ni Patrick Juga nung previous game, 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 steals and 2 blocks.
And speaking of steals, counter steal here for Valenzuela, and yet they're having a hard time getting the ball through the hoop. 19 seconds left for Leyte. Last possession of the quarter, and a steal completed by Valenzuela. 2-on-1 attack. And that was a dangerous pass. 3-pointer. No bottoms there. Lago with the rebound. Missing, overshooting the mark. And things are going the way of Valenzuela Abracadabra as we end the first quarter with LEYTE XUR Homes holding to a 14-point advantage. As we take a look at our first quarter highlights brought to you by Chef's Magic. Make every meal a magic moment.
Not the best start here for Valenzuela. A lot of sloppy plays, and in that last play, a little bit of overpassing. Sa kabila naman for the LEYTE XUR Homes team, Kurt Flores erupting for 10 points to open up the first quarter, leading the way for his team.
26-12 in favor of Leyte. We'll be right back. From tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts, and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. That's our quarter scene stealer brought to you by Chef's Magic as we start the second quarter of action with Valenzuela Abracadabra gaining possession and behind the 8 ball at the moment, down 14, 26-12. Diago de La Paz, Justin, the Aviator Almeda, and Nicole Lim at courtside here at Barangay Tala in Caloocan City. And quick substitution here. Jolo Bohorcelo returns to the ball game quickly. Shot clock down to 16. Here's the drive. And the jumper no good for Kiam de la Cruz. And now Leyte on the run. Skip pass. 3-pointer. No good for Godwin Uy. Rebound secured by Richard Galguera.
There's not a lot of fluidity on the offense of Valenzuela. Mostly coming from isolation plays. And they're not converting, but ending the drought right there was a 3.
Yeah, that's Ichi Samalka knocking down a triple. And that would stop the bleeding, and Leyte's lead now down to 11 points. Another triple, this time from Leyte, but a miss unfortunately for Kyle C. Richard Galguera. Shovel pass here to Arvinel Bello. Bello, they go to the left wing. Jumper, that is pure for Ichi Samalka. That's 5 straight points.
A big boost here for Valenzuela, coming from Ichi Samalka. Already 5 unanswered.
It's down to a 9-point ball game. Oh, and that one will definitely rock the house. Kian Diva, the second leading scorer for Leyte. 15 points per ball game, knocking down his first triple of the match. Drive, and that was a matador defense for Richard Galguera's drive, but misses it.
Slowly, more players coming in for LEYTE XUR Homes.
Oh, wow. Godwin Uy knocks down the second straight 3-pointer for Leyte. And just like that, Umangat na naman ang lamang ng LEYTE XUR Homes.
Sakit nun. 5 unanswered na nga galing kay Samalka and then back-to-back triples on the side of Leyte.
Yeah, so that's practically an 8-0 run for LEYTE XUR Homes in the last half minute. 7 minutes and 37 left here in the first half. And more shock troopers coming to the Leyte bench. And by the way, the crowd starting to pile on as we will have our featured D-League matchup between Caloocan JY Batang Kankalu against Nueva Ecija de Generals after this one. And that one from the parking lot, or should we say all the way from Leyte, but a miss.
Kian Diva looking for back-to-back triples right away.
Oo. Samalka attacking, side steps, and nice find to an open teammate at the right baseline. That's Everaham Balagbis. And we got a timeout on the floor with 7:04 left in the second. Samalka, the sidestep and playing decoy. That great finish for Balagbis. We'll be right back after this timeout. Brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, and smile. Reaction comes to you from Caloocan City in Barangay Tala. As action continues between Valenzuela and Leyte. Leyte seeing their lead shrink down to a baker's dozen of 13. And earlier we saw that the lead was at 15.
You know what has been saving them, Diego, in this game? Leyte, we've seen Valenzuela come back.
Yes.
From that 10-3 run, naging 10-8. Pero yung 3-point shooting ng Leyte, very high yung efficiency, 62%, 5 out of 8.
Oh, 9 seconds on the shot clock for Leyte. Three-pointer hoisted, but to no avail. Offensive board goes to Vince Cartago, pero referees saw that he stepped at the baseline. Again, that very deceiving baseline sa court na ito. Parang hindi ata sanay mga players. So again, not an excuse for these players as they're used to playing so many different courts. And what a drive there for Arvinel Bello, who gets the foul on that drive to the basket. Let's take a look at this play one more time for Bello. That step through, pero Mintes so close to becoming a three-point play opportunity.
Pero ang ganda nung he got that half-step advantage on his initial defender, forcing Cartago to help. Nakapagpasabit siya, he was able to draw that foul.
Very, very close. So we're down to the last 6:03 of the second, and Bello manages a split at the free throw line. It's down to a 12-point lead para sa LEYTE XUR Homes. At napansin ng ating partner dito na may konting kiskisan. Konting extra sauce ba?
That's between Kyle Heinrich C.
Baseline drive and a miss, unfortunately, for Kyle C. C gets the rebound but tapped away by Bello. Eight on the shot clock. Quick inbound, corner three. Uno, dos, tres, and Kian Diva with that sweet, sweet stroke.
Looking like a Steph Curry workout.
Exactly.
Popping out to the sideline and shooting a three.
Oh, parang another day in the office for their second leading scorer this season. And that was a tough pass coming from Kyle C. Going to a teammate on the other side in Kurt Flores. Or should we say that's Godwin Uy, as we take a look one more time on that long bomb, courtesy of Kian Diva.
That's not an easy shot, Dick. You know, with your back turned away from the basket,
Oo.
going for a catch and shoot takes a lot of balance and practice to get that shot off quickly.
Balance, practice, and of course, you know, part of it is also luck. And a strip by Neil Ramboyong, starting the fast break attack. The drive and kick, corner three, too strong. Offensive board secured by Cabuello. Cabuello misses, and yan na, double foul ang tinawag doon. Kanina pa yan. Nagkikis-kisan nga as we mentioned earlier. Yan si Kyle C. Let's take a lot this play one more time. Yan si Kyle C pati si Ramboyong.
Oo.
Kanina pa may konting extra sauce.
Kinain ko kanina, may extra sauce.
Oo. So that's contact with a little extra sweet nothings. And with that ball, a loose ball, so possession will go the way of LEYTE XUR Homes.
So Diego, nakita ko na sa bench ng Valenzuela. Patrick Jugan is already warming up on the sidelines.
So tingnan natin if he has enough to at least, you know, get himself going dito. Patrick Jugan needing halfway through the second quarter to get into the ball game. And for more tales from the courtside, let's turn it over to Nicole then. Nicole?
As they lost by 3 points on their previous game, mas nagising ang koponan ng Leyte. Like what Vince Cartago said earlier, nakakapag-execute sila ng maayos sa first half, pero lagi daw nagko-collapse on the last quarter. Kaya naman for this game, aside from securing the win, one of their priority is to tighten up their defense and a better communication on court. Yan muna at balik sa inyo.
Thank you very much, Nicole Lim, with that report. And again, I picked the brains of Coach Carlo Pacheco. Sabi niya sa akin, out of all the scenarios, they don't want to fall to 7th. Possible date with one of the top teams sa 18 and under division. That's makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors. As we see, Patrick Jugan knocking down the triple. Off the bench, pero still, you know, shoot.
Not needing much to get himself going, pero Diego, you were talking about yung scenario nga, no? They possibly go to 7th place.
Kaya nga kailangan ng big victory here for Leyte. And nakikita mo, ito si Godwin Uy was scrapping for that loose ball. Pero mukhang napuruhan ata siya sa ulo or sa mukha. And he's taking his sweet time to get up. At yun na nga, mukhang may possible na nakita ang ating mga officials na something fishier than the Caloocan market. So they will take a look at things. Tingnan natin kung merong nangyari na extra. Possible kasi it necessitated a review from our officials.
We've been seeing naman throughout this second quarter na medyo may onting
bigayan eh.
Bigayan, may extra sauce na nakikita natin.
Yes. Alam mo nasa bare months na tayo pero masyado yatang maaga para magbigayan eh. And a foul called against Valenzuela Abracadabra, and it's on Neil Ramboyong.
Nothing extra?
Nothing extra, no, nothing that required an upgrade or a super size ng foul. 3 minutes and 45 left sa ating second quarter. The fake, the fire from straight away. San! And that one courtesy of Kian Diva. That's his second three-pointer of the second quarter.
Kian Diva just can launch those three-pointers quickly. That's going to be hard to guard.
And another steal. Diva attacking. What a play! Kian Diva! So far, by my count, 8 points this second quarter alone. And a foul against Diva, and let's take a look at these plays from Kian Diva. The hang time and the English on the shot. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
What a finish coming from Kian Diva. Three-pointer earlier, gets the steal, and now a difficult shot in traffic.
41-23. 18-point advantage for LEYTE XUR Homes. Jugan, straight away three. No go. Long rebound. Goes to Valenzuela. Great rebound by Cabuello. But the turnover. And here comes the drive. The hang time move. And these guys got hops. And what a play coming from Dave Namia. And just like that, Valenzuela tried to go for a counterattack as quick.
So far, LEYTE are really showing that they want this ball game a lot more. Look at that shot coming from Namia.
And back in live action, the great drop off. And they go to Ramboyong for the undergoal stab from the dunker spot.
They gotta push Ramboyong out. He has been doing a lot of damage, getting those alley-oops from that painted area.
2:03 left. Another three from Diva. No go. Ramboyong gets the rebound.
Surprisingly, one of the more open shots for
Yes.
Diva, hindi pa pumasok.
Jugan misses the three. Long rebound goes to Basa. Basa with the read. Launches the three. No good. Ramboyong tried to tip it back in quickly. Another try for Patrick Jugan. And he ain't the leading scorer for Valenzuela Abracadabra for nothing. Now here comes LEYTE now. Inside hand finish to no avail for Kyle C. Got a foul called against LEYTE. Or should we say it was out of bounds off of Kurt Flores.
Kurt Flores coming back to this ballgame. Let's see if he can pick up where he left off. Had, stand corrected, 8 points in that opening quarter.
Jugan launches from the left wing and it's a wedgie.
That jumper looked good as it left his hands.
Oh, too bad. It was a little flat.
Yeah.
And we got a ceasefire on the floor with 1:02 left. And Valenzuela Abracadabra will call this timeout as we take a look at this series of offensive rebounds leading to that Patrick Jugan putback. Timeout brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, and smile. Before we continue with this broadcast, a quick shout out to St. Mary's Angels College of Valenzuela head coach si John Velasquez, who gave me a tip na nanggaling pala sa game ng kanilang team, yung Marians. Kanina, mukhang may laro yata sa isang Philchai League. Kaya na-late pala ito si Patrick Jugan. So double duty pala today. And kaya pala yung unang tira, swak na swak eh.
Mainit na.
Mainit na. Yan. Oo. Medyo matindi rin kasi ang traffic coming from Binondo.
Okay.
All the way dito sa Caloocan. So yun na nga. Kaya again, thank you very much, Coach John, for feeding me all this information on your hometown team na Valenzuela. Of course, also a shout out sa isa sa kanilang mabutihing shall we say citizens na si Jerry Mr. Cool Esplana. One of the nicest coaches that I've interviewed during my days as a sports writer when I covered the EAC Generals. Yung kanyang team na kinoach dati. And apparently, isang player dito sa Valenzuela Abracadabra, yung si jersey number 5, John Paul Basa. Happy advanced birthday bukas! Pero before we continue with our broadcast, ngayon palang mukhang nagkakainitan na dito between these two squads. Earlier, we saw ito si Kyle C, pati si Neil Ramboyong. Medyo nagkakagirian. Pero let's see kung ano nangyari in this last play on that box out. Ayan, Ramboyong with the board. And then, yun na nga, parang series of swipes across yung kay Ramboyong. Pero this time, mukhang si Kian Diva was one of those na may ano. Or were they checking ba kung kanino last?
I think kung sino yung last touch ng play na yon.
Yun, mukhang yun nga. Akala ko may extra na galawan eh.
Pero back to your point, Diego, it is a physical ball game because sa mga viewers natin nakaka-tune in lang dito sa 6th game natin of this Saturday evening.
Yes.
Malaking implications nila. They're battling for the 5th to 7th spot.
Yes, oo. And again, nobody wants a date with yung makabagong San Juan. And that was a rough landing right there for Patrick Jugan. But again, I've seen this kid play so many times, not only sa Metro Manila Tiongyan Basketball Association, pero dito rin sa Junior MPBL, and he is one tough cookie. Pero ang referees, very strict sila, especially na ayaw nila na to get this game out of hand. So again, here comes that replay of that Jugan drive. So titignan nila kung may illegal contact or yung challenge na to ni Kurt Flores might have been a little too dangerous, especially airborne nga.
Yeah.
Ito si Jugan.
Kurt Flores was a little bit late on that challenge.
Oo.
And causing the referees to call a review on that foul.
Oo, kahit na straight up siya. Kahit na straight up yung kanyang katawan, pero if that was a dangerous challenge, that might be upgraded. And they do upgrade it to an unsportsmanlike foul, and it's falling under criteria 1. Yun na nga, it's not a legitimate attempt to play the ball within the spirit and intent of rules.
Kita mo naman, no bad intentions there, pero it was just a late contest.
Yes,
which resulted into
an upgrade. That was a tough call, pero somewhat necessary, especially na with the way that this game is going, the way na the physicality has been going back and forth. We don't want any untoward incidents to happen or anything to escalate.
In that way, when you reward the players with that call, you keep their tempers in check.
Yes. Yun na nga, again, we've got a veteran officiating crew for this match. As day turns into night here, John Tangkion, Carlos Sebastian, and Irvin Calzada. Some of these already officiated yung mga high-level competitions. Kaya they know how to temper a game properly. And LEYTE XUR Homes will call timeout with 23.5 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this timeout brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, and smile. is the Junior MPBL Season 3 18 and under matchup between Valenzuela and Leyte. Leyte leading big 43-29 at the break. Tiago de la Paz together with Justin the Aviator Almeida and Nicole Lim all the way here from Glorietta Park in Barangay Tala in Caloocan City. As we take a look at some of the highlights from the furious first 20 minutes of action, as we take a look at some of the stats that we will break down shortly. Justin.
When you look at the stats, the first thing that you see is the field goal percentage. Very much efficient itong LEYTE XUR homes, 50% from the field and only 31% for Valenzuela. And the biggest factor here is yung 3-point shooting nila. Actually, it's already 7 out of 14 from downtown para sa Leyte. And 2 out of 8 naman for Valenzuela. Pero, ayun, yung free throw shooting naman ng Valenzuela ang naging problema, 2 out of 11 lang. And yun yung mga factors na kung bakit lumalamang itong Leyte.
Alright, as we take a look at some of the leading scorers so far for both squads. For Leyte, that's Diva with 11, Fox with 8, and Flores also with 8. As we first take a look at our quarter scene stealer, brought to you by Chef's Magic. From tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts, and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic make every meal a magic moment. And now let's continue with our leading scorers for Valenzuela. It's Ramboyong with 9, Jugan, all from the second quarter, 7 points, and 5 from Samaika. And by the way, thanks to information being fed to me by the basketball lexicon, si Coach John Velasquez of St. Mary's Angels College of Valenzuela. Apparently, itong si Kian Diva.
Okay.
Si Kian Diva pala is a homegrown product dito sa Caloocan. So, champion pala to sa 3-on-3 sa palarong pambansa representing NCR. And yung kanyang school is Escuela de Sofia of Caloocan Institute. Magandang information ang binibigay sa atin ni the walking lexicon, John Velasquez. And of course, he's a teacher in his own right, by the way. Kaya he knows his basketball knowledge. So again, thank you for giving us the information dito sa panel, dito sa Junior MPBL Season 3 as we continue action dito sa 18 and under division. Pero nga lang, turnover para sa Leyte coming off that halftime break. That's an offensive foul right away coming from Vince Cartago.
Actually, Vince Cartago had that same move earlier and he converted a 2-point basket off of that counter spin. This time, natawagan lang siya dun sa hook.
Yes. Carbuelo tried to back down the defender. Now with Jugan. Jugan lost his footing. And the steal completed by Yuri Operario. And on the fast break, masyado malakas, but the putback is good. Courtesy of Vince Cartago. Or it's Kyle C rather with the putback. And Leyte here getting the rebound. Herbon, nice feed to a running teammate. Back-to-back baskets for Kyle C.
This time it's Kyle C starting the quarter well for Leyte. In the first quarter, it was more of the show coming from si Kurt Flores, no?
10 on the shot clock. And the turnover forced by Leyte and a blown layup para sa LEYTE XUR homes in transition. And now it's with Lawrence Rojas. Rojas bobbles the basketball. And Leyte tried to go for the outlet. And it will go back the way of Valenzuela. Helter-skelter start. Wala pa man tayong 2 minutes into the third period.
Ito mo yung layup, no? Galing kay Side Galaza. Just took off too early. Too much jelly on the layup.
Minsan, sabi nga nila, kiss. Keep it sweet and simple.
Exactly.
Jugan launches the 3. Off to the right. And the offensive board goes to Lawrence Rojas and he gets fouled.
Slow start here for Valenzuela to start the third quarter. Fast break attack ng Leyte doing wonders for them. 4-0 to start the third.
Right now for Leyte, their lead now at 18 points. And a chance for Valenzuela to cut this further, but unfortunately for Lawrence Rojas, couldn't make that first free throw to count.
Still scoreless, no? Itong Valenzuela.
Oh, Valenzuela trying to turn things around here. 0 for 2 from the free throw line. And they can't start a comeback if they can't make their free throws. Now let's send it over to Nicole Lim for more tales from the courtside. Nicole?
During the halftime break, I talked to Patrick Jugan as he arrived late for this ball game. At ang sabi niya sa akin, galing pa siya sa isang liga with the school team Smack V. And this is his third game for today. At para sa kanya, hindi na daw niya iniinda yung pagod dahil mas nabuboost ng kanyang adrenaline rush to continue to hustle and contribute points for his team. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Nicole Lim. Walang kapaguran itong si Patrick Jugan. Oh wow, nag-rhyme yun ah. Bars.
Bars. Diego, during your teen years, would you play 3 games in a day?
I will do one better. Alam mo, earlier this year, I would do 2 games in one day. One game at around 2 in the afternoon, tapos the next game at around 5. So, ganun katindi ang aking schedule earlier this year pa lang. So, wag mo akong i-underestimate.
Pero yung tanong ko, yung mga teen years mo, kaya mo mag 3 games sa isang araw?
Kakayanin, syempre. Pero nga lang kasi, mas focus kasi ako at the time at sa track and field. Pero nga lang, a knockout play for Leyte. Another layup for Kyle C. And here's the attack. And the inside hand finish, courtesy Arvinel Bello.
Back-to-back baskets here. Trading baskets is Leyte and Valenzuela. But we're seeing Leyte just more on point here, no? On the defensive and offensive end. Giving them this 18-point lead so far.
And that was somewhat an ill-advised three-pointer from side Galyaza. Could have, at least swung the ball first. Yeah. As we saw earlier, that drive to the basket. And the finish for Arvinel Bello. May tangan ng bola si Bello. Ramboyong attacking. Shot up. And it will be 2 free throws for the very aggressive Neil Ramboyong.
Mostly isolation basketball for Valenzuela. No? Coming from not much motion. Attacking, going one-on-one. Ito, bailout foul call there. Giving itong si Ramboyong 2 free throws.
That is the 4th personal foul called against Rodrigue Fox. So he will have to take a seat on the bench for Coach Carlo Pacheco. Pero nga lang, Valenzuela, they haven't had a good percentage from the free throw line sa ating second half so far.
Actually, both teams medyo struggling from the free throw line.
But it's more important on the end of Valenzuela as naghahabol sila. Down 17 at the moment. Too much fancy dribbling for Openario. Got double teamed. The hook pass. Ito mukhang hindi maka-create ng offense itong Leyte. Much to the dismay of Coach Carlo Pacheco. Medyo napatayo siya bigla eh.
Kasi ayaw mo na makakuha ng momentum itong Valenzuela, no?
Just like that. Si Neil Ramboyong with that baseline drive. And it's down to a 15-point ball game. Masyadong agresibo naman ito si Rechi Amenin at natawagan siya ng foul.
You already have the game somewhat under control with a 19-point lead. If you have Valenzuela come back to within single digits, they're gonna smell blood. They're gonna, gain some confidence and momentum. Baka manakaw pa yung panalo na to sa inyo.
Kaya binalik ni Coach Carlo Pacheco ito si Kian Diva. Again, a 3-on-3 champion sa palarong pambansa representing NCR. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Leyte. Sneaky move, and that saved the possession para sa Leyte as that created a second chance opportunity. And now it's back to a 17-point ball game. Rebound by Kyle C. C starts a fast break. Herbon attacking down the middle. Misses that gimme from point blank.
There was a deflection. No? The ball is gonna stay with LEYTE XUR Homes.
Let's take a look at that play one more time. Yan, yung fast break layup na yan. Kinulang ng power itong si Sean Herbon. Great ball movement. Finds its way to Kyle C for 3. He tried to go for a Steph Curry pero nga lang to an undesired effect.
I was gonna say a Gilbert Arenas.
Oo. Amenin misses the 3. Long rebound, Herbon. Herbon had his pocket picked. Another 3. And that one a miss by Amenin. Rebound Cruz, but he throws it to the 55th dimension. And the recovery from the other end by Franz Baldomino. Here's the attack. Baldomino, what a finish!
Covering so much ground there was Baldomino on that sidestep.
Bello gives it up to Lago. Lago tried to dump it off to Ramboyong, but throws it out of bounds.
That would have been better kung bounce pass yung binigay ni Lago.
Oo. Herbon feeds it to a cutting teammate. Reverse layup, masyadong malalim. And the great leak out and finish courtesy of Franz Baldomino. And the timeout called by Coach Carlo Pacheco. As once more, this lead is down to a baker's dozen of 13. As we see our Larga International Logistics fast break of the game. A great finish from Franz Baldomino. Sending us to this timeout brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, and smile. Still at Glorietta Park in Barangay Tala in Caloocan City for more Junior MPBL Season 3 action. Coach Carlo Pacheco calling that last time out for Leyte. Second try couldn't be put up as the stingy defense from Valenzuela.
But you like that offensive possession for Leyte, no? Coming from a drop pass, giving it to the hands of, I think that's Kyle C. Kasi yung mga previous attempts nila, medyo reckless abandon no? Yung
Yes.
one-on-one and throwing up prayers. Heavily contested shots.
And that was a needless offensive foul coming from Kyle C. And Valenzuela getting a second lease on life here in the third quarter. Ramboyong tried to drop it off. Ramboyong missing from underneath the basket. Now Godwin Uy. And again, this is the kind of one-on-one plays that Leyte does not need.
No.
And during that timeout by Coach Carlo Pacheco, we were talking about how reckless Leyte has been here in the third quarter, especially in the last 4 minutes. And right now, they are in penalty.
Nawala yung ball movement ng Leyte.
Yes.
There's been a lot of one-on-one isolation, dribble drive. Pero, not really getting good looks. Heavily contested yung mga tira.
And come to think of it, Leyte had 11 assists through most of the game. And they're not going to that bread and butter. As we saw that split from the free throw line by Arviniel Bello. Here comes the attack by Sean Herbon. Herbon with a drive and kick. Corner three! Uno, dos, tres! And it's back to that Kyle C. three-point party.
Yung mga plays na ganun ang naging effective para sa Leyte. Attracting the help defender, kicking it out to a wide open man for open three for Uy.
And great read on that passing lane. Bello had his pass tapped away by Godwin Uy. Let's take a look at that drive and kick one more time. Sean Herbon finding to si Kyle C for that 3. Kyle C with that drive, and that was a traveling violation. But that was a great decision though for Kyle C.
Sorry, that last 3-pointer was also by Kyle C, not
Yeah.
Godwin Uy.
A minute and 24 left here in the third quarter. Pivotal plays coming our way, and Valenzuela will get a second crack at the basket. So Leyte here making adjustments. Herbon out, and in comes Yuri Operario. And off the inbound, Zidane Valeza doing some window shopping there.
Yeah, I think it was Uno Cruz, no, that fell asleep on defense.
Oh. And a great drive to the basket, courtesy of Kian Diva. Medyo late insertion for Coach Pacheco here in the third quarter. Drive to the basket missed by Arviniel Bello. And the retaliation, oh, that was a scary landing right there. And apparently it clipped the left arm. We'll see in a while who got affected there. But that was a scary fall kasi nakita natin from way on the other side. Talagang yumugyog ang ring on that Yuri Opernario. Drive to the basket yun. Kasi tumama sa base ng basket stanchion.
Yeah, he was off balance, no, after the contact.
Yes.
And he hit yung cushioning ng court natin. That was
Yes.
Yuri Operario.
Yes. And Operario missing the front end of 2 and still trying to shake off the ill effects of that contact.
Was it his shooting hand that nakakuha ng contact dun sa court natin?
Parang yung left arm eh. Pero still affecting his stroke. Or actually he's favoring his right arm. And that was too strong of a layup for Neil Ramboyong. And Diva attacking, drops it off. The extra pass, up and under move, missed by Mark Tambong. And a steal by Diva. Diva gets contact, pero referees say he did the chicken wing. Pero unfortunately dito, hindi only.
Nahuli eh.
Oo.
A great steal coming from Kian Diva.
Or should we say parang yung kanyang secondary bump may konting arm kasi.
Arm extension.
Yes, oo.
Chicken wing extenders.
12 seconds remaining sa shot clock. And Valenzuela called for that kickball violation as nawalan ng control. Itong si Arviniel Bello. Diva, 5 seconds left, launches the early 3, short. And that will end the third quarter of action on that helter-skelter play. And it's a 15-point advantage for Leyte at the end of 3 quarters, 58-43, as we bring in our third quarter highlights brought to you by Chef's Magic.
Valenzuela has been doing a good job here in this third quarter, forcing a couple of turnovers, turning into fast break points. But yun nga, on the side of Leyte, there was a moment where they were very with their attack yung parang rushed shots.
Yeah,
Pero
reckless.
Reckless. Pero nakabawi naman with that three-pointer coming from Kyle C, extending the lead to 15.
This is the Junior MPBL Season 3 ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. Fourth and final quarter of action here in the 18 and under division. Leyte versus Valenzuela. And coming up next, what all the fans here came for, it will be the battle between Nueva Ecija de Generals and the hometown Caloocan JY Batang Kangkalu in the Junior MPBL D-League Season 2. So of course we are expecting the likes of the LSU 7 Gagate,
Yes.
making his second appearance with the team
As well
for JY Batang Kangkalu later.
as well as Matthew Rubico, no?
Exactly, oo.
I believe with now with the Lyceum Pirates. Tama ba?
Yan, oo. Daming movements, no? Lalo na sa collegiate division.
Yep.
Three-pointer missed by Leyte. And not a good way to start the fourth quarter, especially na Leyte needs to win by a certain point margin to get the best possible finish, especially itong Valenzuela. Before this ball game had the superior quotient in a possible triple tie between them and of course yung Taytay Hamaka Health Forum with Doc Atoy. And that's another turnover for Leyte. And not the way that Coach Carlo Pacheco would want to start this fourth quarter.
So Diego, ang mangyayari dyan if Leyte continues and wins this ball game, there's going to be a triple tie at 5 wins and 6 losses.
And right now, that's 2 servings there for Leyte. And yet there's a foul called against Valenzuela. 8:23 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It will send Sean Herbon to the 4.5-meter line.
So Sean Herbon getting extended minutes in the late stages of this ball game. We haven't seen Kurt Flores come back in. No, he's already inside. Rather.
Oh, that is a mental lapse coming from Rechi Amenin, entering the ball game without his uniform untidy. Again, our officials have been calling that consistently across all divisions, and no excuses for these players. Especially, these are the last elimination round games for both sides.
Saka hindi naman nagkulang yung mga officials natin to remind the players of
Right.
the jersey infraction.
So that would be 2 free throws here for Sean Herbon. The second of 2. Takes it and makes it. 60-45. Balik sa 15 ang lamang ng LEYTE XUR Homes with 8:15 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. Jugan back in the contest. Jugan attacks. Floater off glass, too strong. Offensive board and stick back missed by Raymond Cabuello.
Maybe feeling a little bit of fatigue for Patrick Jugan. He had an open look, but it was just a bit short.
Three-pointer also hits the lip of the rim for Sean Herbon. And a turnover by Valenzuela. It's now 3-on-none attack and the layup. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Sean Herbon.
See the guards of Leyte just more in their step.
Yes. And the attack bothered there. Amenin. Referee say it was off his leg. And Valenzuela Abracadabra will call this timeout. Brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, and smile. Down to the final 7:28 of the fourth and final quarter of action. We've got crowds starting to flow in dito sa Glorietta Park. Barangay Tala, Caloocan City. And Jugan missing that layup. Pero may foul kontra sa Leyte. And that's not a way for Leyte to come off that last timeout. So let's take a look at the last play. Jugan a little too strong, too much English on that shot. Here comes the attack by Baldomino. Turnover forced by Leyte. The eye in the sky play! Gets the hoop, the harm, the three-point play the hard way. And what a play for Rodriguez. Fox. Pound for pound fitness foul counted. And look at the hops on Fox.
And what a way to make his presence felt. Medyo nanahimik siya after that 8 points in the first half.
And not only that, foul trouble.
Yeah.
He had 4 fouls earlier on, and he will be playing with that for the rest of the way. Jugan knocks down the triple. Yes, sirree. 6 minutes and 30 left. Here's the attack by Herbon. Lost the basketball. The stop and pop three. In and out. And that was an unlucky break for Rechi Amenin.
That was already in. Just rolling out. Unlucky break there.
Yeah, that net right there took away that possible shot. But even more painful was that late transition bucket. Jugan for three. Got some contact. And that nearly could have been a 4-point play for Patrick Jugan.
That was from very deep range, no? Coming from Patrick Jugan.
Let's take a look at that one more time. Patrick Jugan at least 3 to 4 steps away from that 3-point line. Jugan still showing he's got energy despite playing 2 previous games in 2 different leagues.
Now they're really looking for the outside shot, no?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a big lead, 18 points with 6 minutes remaining.
And again, more importantly, positioning on the line for these 2 squads as Jugan makes only 1 out of 3 and ball is out. Referee say off the hand of Raymond Cabuello. 5 minutes and 50 remaining in the fourth and final quarter. They dump the ball down low. Fox attacks, fakes. Nice find to a cutting teammate. And that is the movement without the basketball that made Leyte get that lead earlier.
Yeah, and it was even those 2 guys that started the first quarter while talking about Fox and Kurt Flores.
Jugan for 3. Left it short. Offensive board. And the reset. And this time, Rechi Amenin splashes it home.
Rechi Amenin also a late entry here in this ball game. Tingnan natin kung kaya pang makahabol ng Valenzuela with this backcourt tandem of Amenin and Jugan.
And Franz Baldomino, masyadong madikit ang kanyang depensa as we see Amenin's 3-pointer pure. And nothing but net.
In 2K terms, that's a perfect release.
Oo.
You're seeing all green on your screens.
Green light is on para sa Valenzuela. And here they come on the attack. Amenin back-to-back hits. 69 to 54. And it's down to a 15-point advantage for Leyte. Another one-on-one play and nakakuha pa ng foul ang Leyte XUR Homes pero traveling violation muna ang sinabi ng ating officials.
Bumabalik na naman ang Leyte dun sa sakit nila, no? Going one-on-one.
4:44 left. Here's the attack by Baldomino. The kick out. Jugan for 3. All the confidence in the world but left it short. Amenin Lets it fly. Too strong. Here comes Leyte on the run. And they blow that layup. They have a second try opportunity, but they throw it away.
That was the second attempt, no? Coming from side Galaza.
Oh. Again, those tough layups that they keep on missing.
Tama nga yung sinabi mo, Diego. Kiss.
Kiss. You know, don't put jelly on that peanut butter.
Yeah.
Too much. Too much, too strong.
Especially with what's at stake here today, diba? Just keep it simple.
Amenin kicks it out to Jugan. 12 on the shot clock. Jugan steps back into a three. Left it short. Power rebound by Leyte. And that was a crucial rebound secured by Kurt Flores. Three-pointer. Oh, yes! What a triple for Godwin Uy. And that might deflate Valenzuela. Let's take a look at that one more time. Godwin Uy, welcome to your bing, bang, boom moment. One more time. No good. Akala ko.
Ako nag-timeout eh.
Oo. And another turnover by Valenzuela. 3:35 left. Leyte, all the confidence in the world. They couldn't make it from point blank.
It's like you're right, Dex. Baka na-deflate nga itong Valenzuela.
Jugan for three. Uno, dos, tres.
Spoke too soon, I guess.
Yeah, Patrick Jugan. Can't count him out. 72 to 57. Another three for Leyte, this time short. Offensive board. Scramble for the loose ball, won by Valenzuela. And here comes Valenzuela. Amenin, another three. No good. Baldomino kicks it out to Jugan. Bing! Bang! Boom! Patrick Jugan, back-to-back hits. 2 minutes and 46 remaining. 12-point ball game. Let's take a look at that one more time. Picture perfect. Patrick Jugan. This timeout brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, and smile. This is Junior MPBL Season 3 ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. As we are going down the wire, 2 minutes and 38 remaining in the fourth quarter. Midnight hours of this match. And Patrick Jugan, let's see if, oh, nearly forces that turnover, pero didn't keep that basketball. Shot clock at 11 for Leyte. Leyte throws the ball away. Amenin with the steal. Amenin throws the ball away as well. Godwin Uy. And what a poster by Godwin Uy in transition.
Godwin Uy has had the last 5 points of Leyte.
Amenin couldn't answer back with a triple. Power rebound by Fox, and he gets fouled. 2:06 left here in the fourth quarter. And that was the last foul to give for Valenzuela. Abracadabra. 2:04 left. Diva against Jugan. Diva for three! Yes, sir! We! And that might be the dagger. What a play for Kian Diva. But Jugan Won't go away. 2 tries. Still no dice. Diva with the handoff to Godwin Uy. And Leyte will just burn more clock. No. They go attack. And Rodrigue Fox gets the 3-point play opportunity.
Just the composure here of Leyte, no, in the late game.
Pound for pound fitness foul counted. Rodrigue Fox with all the composure in the world to make that layup plus the contact.
I like how they responded, Jegs, out of that timeout. No, back-to-back threes from Patrick Jugan, but off that timeout, Godwin Uy responding together with that 3-pointer from Kian Diva, as well as this end-one play coming from Rodrigue Fox.
And LEYTE XUR Homes, if they maintain this advantage against Valenzuela, will finish at number 5. And that will also mean a date with the Nueva Ecija de Generals here in the 18 and under division.
I'm sure Coach Carlo Pacheco will be happy, no? His boys did their homework.
Bello. And a foul called against Dave Namia. And looks like both teams emptying their benches already. And we got another timeout on the floor. And Coach Carlo Pacheco will give out more reminders during this timeout. As we take a look one more time. That was a tough move by Kian Diva over the outstretched arms of Patrick Jugan. And this timeout brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, and smile. Leyte 80, Valenzuela 60. Both teams already in penalty and Bello scoring. And that was a lazy foul called against Leyte. And it's called against Jolo Bohorcelo.
This isn't the time to get lazy for Leyte. No? You want to assure yourself of that 5th spot and try to get your biggest lead to end this ball
yes,
game. Yeah.
And Valenzuela again. That is right now. I'm actually puzzled why the second, third stringers here of Leyte. You know, they're giving up all these offensive rebounds. And the first free throw, no good for Joaquin C. Minute and 5 left here in the final frame. Valenzuela missing that. Oh, that's an offensive board and a miss. I'm puzzled here. And Enriquez launching the 3. And the putback is good.
Yeah. Couple of attempts there for Valenzuela. They're not doing their homework.
Oh, another 3 for Valenzuela and they miss. And the putback missed by Bello. Token defense here by Leyte. And it's down to a 14-point ball game. And Coach Carlo Pacheco is oh wow, that was 19 seconds left and Leyte here,
Yeah.
you know, they're just letting it fly. And Valenzuela will just burn this clock out. And our final score, a 14-point victory here. 3.3 seconds remaining.
I think there's going to be free throws, no?
Yeah.
It's a foul.
And Valenzuela will call a timeout on that dead ball. And this timeout brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, and smile. Okay, so we're down to the final 3.3 seconds, and it will be 2 free throws right here for Arkin Enriquez.
With Enriquez missing that first free throw.
Yeah. Cartago with the rebound, and that will be it. The final score 80-66, a 14-point victory for XUR Homes Leyte. And that was a masterclass of a victory for Leyte, especially that they were able to, well, shall we say, withstand this that late storm by Valenzuela. And your final thoughts on this one, Justin?
Well, that was a great run by Valenzuela. Those back-to-back three-pointers coming from Patrick Jugan. And I would say the last 3 or 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, ang ganda ng pinakita nila. Pero off of that timeout coming from Coach Carlo Pacheco, big baskets coming from Godwin Uy, a three-pointer from Kian Diva, and as well as a layup coming from Fox, yung end one basket niya.
Yes, and we will interview our Chef's Magic Player of the Game shortly, together with our Hustle Club Defensive Player of the Game and Don Benito's Assist Man of the Game shortly. And that one, a master class of a victory for LEYTE XUR Homes. Pero right now, the crowds are here for our featured matchup in the Junior MPBL D-League Season 2. Nueva Ecija the Generals facing Caloocan JY Batang Kangkalu shortly. And everyone coming in droves. And definitely, actually, nakita ko nga sa social media posts netong Caloocan JY Batang Kangkalu na this is their biggest home court advantage dito sa D-League. Kasi yung mga fans dito, if you would recall yung season 1, definitely talagang ano sila, matitindi ang kanilang home base.
Marami talagang pumupunta dito para sumuporta sa Batang Kangkalu.
And now let's send it over to Nicole Lim for our Chef's Magic Player of the Game interview. Nicole?
Mga kaliga, kasama ko na nga dito ang ating Chef's Magic Player of the Game from LEYTE XUR Homes. We have Roderick Fox with his double-double performance. Roderick, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Anong masasabi mo sa tiwala ni Coach Carlo at ng mga teammates mo sa'yo?
Nagpapasalamat lang ako kay Coach Carlo sa tiwala na binigay niya sa akin, at sa mga teammates ko, nagtiwala din sila sa akin. Binibigyan nila ako ng pagkakataon na i-show yung talent ko at yung potential ko po.
Roderick, meron ka bang gustong batian o pasalamatan?
First, thank you po kay Lord sa opportunity po. Tapos kay Coach Carlo po, Coach Maynard, Coach Daboy, Coach Benji, Coach Jay, Coach Harold, Tita Ellen na maganda, Tita Karen, Tita May, sponsors po na Sandro Public, Lolo at Lola ka po. Thank you po sa support nyo.
Once again, congratulations to our Player of the Game at sa buong LEYTE XUR Homes. At ngayon naman, kilalanan rin natin ang ating Assessment and Defensive Player of the Game.
Thank you very much, Nicole Lim, for our Chef's Magic Player of the Game interview with, that was Rodrigo Fox, double-double output today. Hustle Club Defensive Player of the Game, Raymond Cabuello of Valenzuela Abracadabra with 8 rebounds. Ating Don Benito's Assist Man of the Game. Also from LEYTE XUR Homes, that's Joko Bohorcelo for assists. Coming up next, what everyone has been waiting for here in the D-League. Nueva Ecija the Generals facing Caloocan JY Batang Kangkalu as we continue action here in Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, as we leave you with our Chef's Magic game highlights. Of course, on behalf of our production head Aldrin Alejo, our director Jethro Bautista, floor director Philip Obenza, our courtside reporter Nicole Lim, and my partner Justin Almeda. My name is Diego Del Paz, signing off for now. This is the Junior MPBL Season 3, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok, Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga landas, pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subo.